Hello everybody, so I'm excited today because I've just finished compiling a free sample and preset pack. It looks a little bit like this. It contains 12 samples and 2 presets hand-selected from my Archive from the Deep Volume 1 bundle, which came out a few months ago. So to many of you who have already purchased the entire bundle, you won't find anything new here. But the purpose of this pack is to share something with all of you guys as a thank you for the support over the years, and also to inject a bit of inspiration and motivation in your productions, and also offer it for free. I think that's the main bonus here. Of course, if you enjoy the sounds found in this release, I do urge you to check out the complete Archive from the Deep Volume 1 bundle because it offers way more stuff. It offers 270 samples, 125 presets, and also as a bonus, I've included some MIDI bass files, which are actually a really good starting point. All right, so back to this free pack right here. I'm going to quickly show you how to get the release. So head over to my website, which is nikroma.com. That's Nikroma.com. Click on this sample packs button, which will take you to the sample packs shop I have. All of these packs that are listed here above are the Archive from the Deep bundle, but each category has been extracted into its own pack. So if you don't want to buy the whole bundle, then you can buy them individually. Down here is the Archive from the Deep bundle that I was talking about, which consists of everything. But here we go. Here is the free sample pack. All you got to do is click on that button, scroll down here to the bottom, and click Add to Cart. Once you've done that, click View Cart, and you'll see your order details right here. Obviously, the price is free, so $0. You can keep that. And go ahead and click Proceed to Checkout. From here, I'm just going to have you fill out this form. Once you've filled out these details, you can create an account if you'd like to purchase things in the future. Then you won't have to fill out this form again. After that, click Place Order. And you will be directed to a page that looks like this. You can actually download the pack right here. But if you have a problem and you're not directed to this page, or you lost this page or something happened, no worries. You can just go to your email here and you're going to get an email from me with the download link found inside of that email. So you can just click that. If you have trouble downloading the link for any reason, contact me via Facebook and I can help you, or you can always go to my contact form here on my page. You just click contact and fill out this form here with your problem, and I'll certainly help you. So now that I have downloaded the pack, I'm going to play around with these samples for a little bit, see if we can make a cool track out of it. So I'm going to use Ableton for this example. Normally when I have a pack that I want to go through, I'm just going to add it to my places here on the side. That's found right here. It says places. And that just makes it a little bit easier for navigating through the packs. But you can also just drag it in from your desktop if you'd like. Go to downloads and let's go to freebie sampler right there, open, and now you can see it on the side. And as you can see, there's 2 folders that open up here. One is with the presets. I'm offering 1 albino preset and 1 silence preset, and here's the samples. So it says samples in D because I've hand selected all the samples that are harmonic with D. As you can see, there's a kick here that's in D, there's a pad here that's in F, some stuff in D sharp, some stuff in A. So all of these are harmonic with each other. Obviously, you can repitch everything how you please to have some fun, do a little sound design, but I just wanted to make your life a little bit easier by starting it off with something that's harmonic. So let's go over here to the timeline view. That's how I usually work. I'm going to change the BPM here. Let's do 138. And let's also make it 4 bars. So here we go. There's 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's 4 bars. The first thing I'm going to do is make a rolling bass pattern. So let's just go ahead and change our grid size to 16th note. Let's grab the kick here. Sounds pretty nice. I just imported the kick here, and I'm going to make sure I'm not warping the kick because there's an element of degradation that gets applied to the sound when you start to do warping or flexing or stretching. Obviously, the kick is already exported in 138, so it should fit perfectly in that little box there. Next, I'm going to grab the bass. Where's the bass? bass, right here, make a bass. Gonna do the same thing, make sure I'm not warping the bass because I don't want to degrade it at all. And I'm gonna make sure I'm not fading it. I want to hear that click. And I'm just gonna write in a rolling bass sequence. So there we go. Let's just go ahead and select all this, duplicate it down. Yep, there we go. And now let's do a little bit of gain staging just so we have a little headroom to work with. So I'm going to go over here to the layers and I'm just going to pull these down to about -12. Then I'm going to go to my master and let's just add a limiter. Use the Ableton limiter for now. Ceiling, a little gain of about 6. That should be good. So let's see what that sounds like. Nice. Sounded pretty good for me. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I think I'm going to make this bass pump a little bit. So let's just go ahead and apply the LFO tool. I like to do the LFO tool for my pumping or side chaining. I think it's easier to write the slope or the envelope in rather than using a compressor, but you can use whatever you want. Let's just see. Yeah, let's try that. And I'm going to use this volume depth or amount right here to dictate how much we're applying the effect. So right now you're going to hear it pump quite a bit. If I pull this down, then the effect won't be happening. I'm going to make it a happy medium, somewhere like this. Yeah, that sounds cool. All right, let's start playing with these samples here. So go back to, let's do hat. Double click on this. Remember to turn the fades off. Now you can turn the fades off automatically in your preferences. I haven't done that on my computer yet. This is a new computer, so I'm just going to keep on doing that for you. But yeah, I would recommend turning the fades off. Duplicate that down. Do a little gain stage. Make sure it's not too loud. See what that sounds like. Nice. Keep going here. A little snare. Not warping. No fade at the beginning. And just loop that down. So I'm also going to do a little gain staging. In other words, turn it down. Nice. All right, so let's maybe do a little snare groove. All right, now that we have the building blocks in there, sounds a bit boring, but we're going to make it interesting by adding some effects and some loops. Why don't we go ahead and add this Dark Days Ahead. Yeah. Really cool sample I created using an application called Paul Stretch, actually. Okay, do a little gain staging, turn this down a bit. just throw a little EQ on there. I'm going to just use EQ8 for that. EQ8. Let's do 24 decibel, and that should be enough. Make a new audio track. Go back to our samples over here and Doppler build. I'm not going to warp that either. Right on the drop here. Just go to 17 for now. Change the grid size so I can just remove these. And maybe at the end here I'll do a little kind of glitch out thing. Sounding good to me. Let's actually just duplicate the whole thing over, double the length. And I'm just going to put that right at the end here. I'm just going to repeat this Dark Days Ahead. I quickly save the project before we lose everything. Nice, sounding good. Let's keep going down this pack. So, new audio layer. What is this? Let's also bring another one in while we're here. Let's do Mouse FX. Quickly find a home for that. good to me. So how about we add a loop here? I'm going to go ahead and drag this click loop in. And this one, since I don't know if it's 138 or not, we're going to go ahead and warp it here. So looks like it is 138, but I'm going to click warp anyways. I'm going to go here to the fades and remove the first fade there. Let's just duplicate it down, like this. You can hear the loop right here. Sounding pretty cool to me. I am just going to group these tracks here and maybe turn the kick and bass down a little bit. Let's just rename that kick and bass, kick and B. Nice. And we're going to have to turn this loop down too, because that goes with the kick and bass. Maybe this thing's a bit loud. I am just gonna push our limiter here a bit, give us a little volume while we're working. All right, sounding good to me. Let's finish adding all these sounds here. So we've pretty much added everything, I feel like, except for high tension or Atmos, I believe. Let's just double check. That one we haven't added. Guitar glitch. That hasn't been added yet either. Let's bring in high tension or Atmos. And that fade can stay at the beginning. I'm going to leave it. And so since this thing is kind of just a straight sound, this is what it sounds like. It's kind of a sort of a scary, eerie Atmos. I think I'm going to use an EQ to tame that down a little bit. I'm going to tame the lows. It's a 24 decibel high pass filter. Let's use another plugin that I like to use for filtering things in by FabFilter, and it is called Micro. As you can see, there's a low pass filter on. You can just, cut the highs, or you can switch it around, make it a high pass filter, cut the lows. It's very simple plugin, but has a nice tone to it. So I'm going to start off this sound pretty low pass, so you can barely hear the top end, and maybe I'll open it up as we go. Maybe what I'll also do is instigate this LFO tool for the sidechain on top of it. That might give it a nice groove. sounding good to me. You know, what we could also do is maybe recycle some stuff. And I could go crazy making this track at this point, honestly, using recycling, but I'm just going to do maybe one instance of recycling here and make a running hat loop with our closed hat here. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to warp the hat now because I'm going to transpose it up. Let's go up 3. Right in our sequence. So that is a running hat loop right there. I'm going to make a groove out of it. A high volume for the first hit. The second 16th note is going to be a lower volume. The third one is going to be extremely low because we have another hat happening with it. And then the fourth one will be higher, I guess. Maybe we'll do it like this. We'll do low, medium, something like that. This is how I like to gain stage my hats is I'll turn them all the way down and then play the track, and I'll start bringing them up to a volume that fits nicely with the rest of the percussive sounds that I've already laid in there. We have one more sound here to go through, and that is the guitar glitch lead. Yeah, so we're going to need to put this in time here. So I am going to engage that warp function. I'm going to go over here to the end here. And is that in time? I think that's in time. So I'm grabbing the last sort of warp marker that it kind of made for us already. And I'm actually looking at this transient right there. That sounds about right. There's a lot of low end there. Let's go ahead and do one little effect here just to make the loop sound kind of nice. I'm going to take my snare here and I'm going to make it into a crash. So I'll just duplicate that sound down. I'm going to go over here to the reverb effect and maybe do a halt. Going to make the decay time quite long because I want it to sort of dissipate over a long period of time. Bring the dry wet down a little bit, and let's just see what that sounds like. Yep, sounds good, except my pre-delay needs to be all the way at 0. Decent. Let's do another one on top of it. Bring the pre-delay down on all of these. Wet dry down on all of these. And decay time up. That sounds good. And we're going to go through these presets now. Maybe we can make ourselves a cool little sequence. So Command Shift T to give us a new MIDI layer. And let's just go to my plugins, and Silent was the first one. So Silent, go ahead and engage that. I'm going to go to Menu, Preset, load the preset, and let's go to Downloads, our free sampler, and presets, Silent. There we go, Acid Destruct. In the archive from the Deep bundle, there's many presets. If you're more of a preset person than a sample person, then the pack is still going to be good for you. Good possibilities for learning and dissecting and all that stuff. So let's just hear what this sounds like. We are in D, so I'm going to play D here. Let's go down an octave. Interesting sound, cool. Gonna freestyle something. Maybe we'll quantize it actually before we do that. Don't always like to do that. Sometimes I like it to sound kind of free. Command U quantizes it. And load, let's go to downloads, presets, albino, squelch. Bit high for me. Nice. Let's just go ahead and throw a ping pong delay. Let's just do a little freestyle here, see what we got. All right, well, we've pretty much gone through the pack now. There's lots more you can do, obviously, with these sounds, cutting, stretching, repitching, messing with the presets a little bit, recycling. There's actually a ton we can do here, but I don't want this video to be too long. The purpose of it was just to show you the sounds and how they would sound if you just threw them all in there as is. Again, if you like these sounds and you want more of them, go to my website and check out that Archive from the Deep Volume 1 bundle. There's a lot of stuff in there that I think you're going to like if you had fun with this pack. Feel free to share it to your social network. You can find the link in the info text file inside of the pack. That's it. Have fun, guys, and I'll see you later. Thanks.